Hello friends, this is Rajdeep. Welcome to Learning Insight for UGC-NET-JRF Social Work Paper 2. डिस्कस करेंगे September 2013 with best explanation, and this is our video number 8. And if you have not seen my earlier videos, then please watch these videos. Definitely will be benefited. And if you are new in my channel, then please do subscribe and do like, share as well. So let's start. Okay, to question number 25. Crime rate in India is increasing day by day. Yes, it's very true. And crime rate is increasing because people lack skills and use legitimate means to achieve their goals. Yes, both are true. Because of lacking of skills and educations, mostly people involved in crime, and that's why crime rate are also increasing. It's true. So we'll go with option A, that both A and R are true. The next question: for effective management of a children residential home, the staff should be affectionate and friendly. Yes, while you are dealing with the children or residential children home, while you are dealing with children, you have to be very affectionate and friendly. That is called child friendly behavior. And regular funding is essential to proper functioning of residential home for children. Yes, funding is essential for every residential functioning. So both are true. Yes, we'll go with A and B are true. A and R are true. Now next question. Okay, arrange the following acts in order in which they were enacted. Remember, this will not get in this year will not get in your exams question paper, that I have given to make it easy for you. Now, payment of wage act that came in the year 1936, payment of gratuity act that came in the year 1972, and minimum wage act that came in the year 1948, payment of bonus act that came in the year 1965. So this will be your sequence. First that 1936, then 1948, then 1965, and then 1972. The next question: behavior that is contrary to the standard of conduct or social expectations of a group or society is defined by Louis Weston. And Louis Weston define deviance can be defined as behavior that is contrary to standard of conduct or social expectations of a given society or group. इसका मतलब है कि डिवेंस एक बिहेवियर है जो ऑपोजिट ऑफ आवर सोशल एक्सेप्टेशंस. दैट मीन्स इट्स अनएक्सपेक्टेड बिहेवियर in a society. So that was given by Louis Weston. Now next question: which one of the following theories propound childhood experience influence the adult behavior? Talk about the psychoanalytic theory that talk about the theory of childhood experience influence the adult behavior. Now psychoanalytic theory is the theory of personality organization and the dynamic of personality development that guides psychoanalysis, a clinical method for treating psychopathology first laid by the Sigmund Freud in the year 19th century. In the late 19th century, psychoanalytic theory has undergone many refinements since his work. So this theory was psychoanalytic theory was given by Sigmund Freud in the late 19th century, and that theory talk about childhood experience influence the adult behavior. Now next question: a declarative statement of relationship between or among variable is called hypothesis. Now hypothesis is an assumption. We know that assumption or statement or intelligent guess. A hypothesis, that is plural form, it's called hypothesis, that is spelling in different in plural form, is a proposed explanation of for a phenomena. And for a hypothesis to be a scientific hypothesis, the scientific method requires that can be tested. So it should be tested, and it's an assumption or intelligent guess. Next question: the extent of difference between population parameter and the sample statistic is called sampling error. Now what is sampling error? In statistics, sampling error is the error caused by observing a sample instead of whole populations. So while we talk about sampling error, it's related with the observing a sample. From the sampling we got some error, and this is called sampling error. The sampling error is difference between a sample statistic used to estimate a population parameter and actual but unknown value of the parameter. So the extent of differences between population parameter and sample statistic is called sampling error. Now next question: quartile deviations is also known as semi-interquartile range. Semi-interquartile range, that is SIR, also called quartile deviations, is a measure of spread. It tells you something about how data is dispersed around a central point, usually called mean. So quartile division is also known as semi-interquartile range. The interval between inventions by an infectious agent and appearance first sign or symptom of the disease is in question is called incubation period. Now incubation period is the number of days between when you are infected with something and when you might see the symptoms. So it's called incubation period. Now next question, find the mood of the marks obtained by 10 students. So 10 students number they have given and find the mood value. So mood, we know that most frequently occurring number in the series. So we'll find which one is the number is most repeating in this number series. So we can see that 11 is the most repeating, that is 3 times repeating number in the series. So it's a mood value. So 11 is the answer, and most frequently occurring number in the series is 11. Now next question. Okay, quarter sampling is a method of, we know that it's a non-probability sampling, and non-probability sampling, there are 5 non-probability sampling techniques that we may see when we doing dissertation at master's or graduate level. Now non-probability samplings are quarter sampling, convenience sampling, purposive sampling, self-selection sampling, and snowball sampling. So quarter sampling is fall under non-probability sampling. Emotional insulation is a maneuver aimed at withholding an emotional investment in a desired but unlikely outcome. Now, emotional insulation is a defense mechanism characterized by seeming indifference and detachment in response to frustrating situation or disappointing event. So this is called something emotional insulation. Now next question, cone of the layer protecting environment for ultraviolet rays is called ozone, and here only answer will be ozone. And now what is ozone? Ozone O3 is a highly reactive gas composed of 3 oxygen atoms. It is a both natural and man-made product that occurs in Earth upper atmosphere, that is stratosphere, and lower atmosphere, that is troposphere. Depending on where it is in the atmosphere, ozone affect life on Earth in either good way or in bad ways. So ozone will be your answer, that is cone layer protect environment from ultraviolet rays. Now next question, which of the following is not an ascribed status? So knowledge, we know that is not a ascribed status because it's achieved status. Knowledge is achievable, not ascribed. So other are ascribed status, that is age, caste, sex, these are ascribed status. Now skewness tells us about the direction of variation or departure from symmetry. That is, skewness is a measure of symmetry in a distribution. It measures the amount of probability in the tail. So skewness is telling about the direction of variation or departure from symmetry. Now next question, variance is the average of squared differences from the mean. In probability sampling and statistics, variance is the expectations of the squared deviations of a random variable from its mean. Informally, it measures how far a set of numbers are spread out from the average value. So it's a measure about how far the number are spread out from the average value. So it's called variance. Now next, World Elderly Day observed on 1st October. For days, important days and event, I have made one video on important section materials. Please you go to my playlist, you will find all the important days and events from January to December. Now next question, personification is a method of working with group in which the group worker is presented as a model. So what personification means? It means a method of working with group. It's a method working with group in which the group worker is presented as a model. This is called something personification. Now next question, acrophobia is related with height. Now what others this water is related to aquaphobia or hydrophobia. So hydro and aqua is related to with water fearness, and place is related to agoraphobia. These are psychological name, and blood is related to hemophobia, and height something that is related to with your acrophobia. phobia. Now next question, a researcher is generally expected to all the above. That means study the existing literature in the field. Yes, it's very true. Existing means literature review. Then generate new knowledge, new principles and theories. Yes, we researcher, what we do, we innovate something. That is, innovation means new, or new means something new, knowledge contribution or new principles or new theories. And synthesis the ideas given by others. That means data, what the data we have collect. After collecting the data, we have to combine the data in a systematically. So it's a synthesis of idea given by others. So all of these are correct. Now answer. So all of these are correct answer. Now next question, arrange the following acts in order which they are enacted. Remember, this year will not get in your question paper, that I have put for you to make it easy. Now the first, the Workmen Compensation Act that was enacted in the year 1923, the Indian Trade Union Act that was enacted in the year 1926, the Payment of Wage Act that was enacted in the year 1936, the Industrial Employment Standing Order Act that was enacted in the year 1946. So first that will come, that is 1923, then 1926, then 1936, then 1946. So this will be a correct sequence. So to complete the question paper, please watch next video, that is 8C from question 46 to 75. अगर वीडियो अच्छा लग रहा होगा then please do like, so that I can understand you are liking these videos or this series, and share as well with your friends, and please do subscribe if you are new in my channel. Thank you, thanks for watching.